How does it feel to have multiple players get invited to the NBA draft?
Yeah, that's God. Like, God gave me a gift, but both of those dudes, like it's funny, it's three kids that worked out 5 a.m. every morning. It was Rondo, Segou, Nas, and Kai. To have two of the three get drafted to the green room and be first round draft pick, and Rondo's gonna get his shot at the league is pretty crazy. It's also a testament to who they are as people and what they stand for. And it shows young kids like, man, you can really be with who you trust and get what you want. You ain't gotta, go about it a different way. But it's a testament to their work and just the hours we put in together and the focus and the stuff we worked on.
Picking got you all in my view, but I've been busy chasing dreams. I got more than a few. I'll get there in due time, but for now I ask the Lord, what's my purpose? I find as soon as I start searching, right below the surface. Yeah, it's right below the surface.
What's up, everybody? This is Coach Darryl Hardin, founder of Ghost Player Development. I probably started playing basketball around like 12 or 13. It was kind of a release for me. I picked it up and it was just my way to get away from everything that was going on in my neighborhood. I would just watch basketball on TV and then go outside and try to mimic what I saw, fell in love with it from there.
Tell us about someone who's had a major impact on your life growing up.
It would be a group of people, the Hessendorfers. They kind of took me in when I was a teenager, and it just gave me a better chance to, kind of accomplish some of my goals and dreams. And so Candy Hessendorfer, the mom of the family, is probably the one that has the biggest influence on me.
If you could give some advice to your past self, what would you say?
Just stay prayed up. Just that simple. God always had me, but it's human nature to stress and worry about your future. But I'll just say stay prayed up and just stay the course.
What's one bad habit you would advise players to get rid of?
Bouncing the ball right away on their first touch. Basketball and soccer is similar, but we never get judged by our first touch in basketball. If you're a good soccer player, you get judged by your first touch and what you do. I think catching the ball and bouncing it right away is the worst thing a player can do. I would advise them to get rid of that habit.
So after your playing career was over, how did you transition into being a coach and a trainer?
Yeah, so that started with my partner, Leon Loper. We met at Florida State. He was coaching a group of young kids, and I was just playing basketball for fun at that time, going to school at Florida State to become a nurse, just to work a 9 to 5 or 12 to 12, whatever they work. And I ran into him, and we hit it off, and he's like, "Hey man, come help me, or come check us out. I got a group of 6th graders I'm coaching. First game I go to, they win on a buzzer beater." And I was just like, man, that's dope. So the next weekend, they were going to Tampa, and I'm from St. Pete. So he was like, man, just come with me, help me, just sit on my bench, tell me what you see, and you get to be home. And it started from there. So I'm in this game because of Lee.
All right, what is your favorite basketball memory?
Watching Maurice Howard sign his scholarship. He was one of the kids that, when we first started our AAU program, he was one of the first kids that kind of come over and believe in what we're doing. And it was a battle because he's a 6-foot guard, and everybody know how hard that fight is. And he wanted to be a Division I point guard, and we worked hard, and he would spend summers with me. So that's probably one of my favorite basketball memories, watching him sign his scholarship to go to Alcorn State.
What is something that you do to help motivate yourself?
I just remember, in each kid I see like myself as a young kid. So it makes me want to go harder for them. And when the kids are locked in and they're hungry, I just feed off of that. And that gets me up every day. Like my alarm clock goes off at 3:50. I read my Bible, and then I'm in the car and at the gym. So just every day, just realizing that, I was that kid that needed help back in the day. And that's my motivation with it.
What was it like having one of your players become a McDonald's All-American?
Man, it was dope because Nas worked so hard. Like, people just see him and think, you know, he's blessed with talent, which is God-given, but he really worked to become who he was. And he deserved that more than anyone, in my opinion, just because there was other teams, there were bigger teams than us at the time that was pulling at him. And he was like, no, I'm gonna stay with these dudes and I'm gonna make it work. And if this is a goal of mine and I'm gonna achieve it this way. So it was just cool when that list came out and it had his name on there, just knowing the countless of hours he put in to work on his game, to change himself from a post player to a wing and to a, you know, now playing shooting guard in the NBA. Like, it was just pretty cool. I can't really, like, you know, the only word is surreal. Like, it was dope seeing the hard work pay off in real life.
What's one common misconception people have about training?
I think the biggest misconception is if you're sweating, you really worked. People treat basketball training like it's a Zumba class. If I sweat and go crazy in that workout, I achieve something. I think guys in my position, because it's a way to make money, feel like they have to do that. The game itself is simple, and I think we overcomplicate the game of basketball over and over, when there's been times I've been in the gym with one of my guys and we worked on the same shot for an hour and a half, just so we know that he has that shot in his game. But if you do that with a younger kid, they're gonna feel unfulfilled and like they didn't do anything or they didn't achieve anything. And I think that's the biggest misconception in our game.
3 major differences between your pro level clients and your novice level clients.
The biggest difference is discipline. Being disciplined to the plan that, you know, myself and them sat down and made before. You get guys that say they want to do it, and then once they see the work, they don't show up consistently. Another major difference is consistency, where I left it off on the last one, is just being where you're supposed to be and working hard as you can work during that time to see growth in your game. Also, another one is focus on self. Too many times we look to the left and to the right and worried about what guys are doing, that our game doesn't grow. But when you're locked in on what you can do and being the best player you can be is when you achieve the most.
What are 3 ways a player can impress a college scout?
The first way I think you get a college scout's attention is by being vocal. The game at the higher levels is a game of communication. And so being a young guy that is vocal and communicating and letting his team know the calls or the defense is the thing that I think sticks out the most. Another way to impress college scouts is winning. Doing all the little things that lead to winning. Guys don't realize it, but when you're a part of a successful high school or AU program, the coaches they want to see who's helping them win and how can you help me win games in college. Also, another thing I think will catch college scouts' attention is shooting.
Sick.
You good. Another thing that'll catch college scouts' attention is shooting. The way this game is going now, you have to be able to shoot the basketball. And that's shoot on the catch and that's shoot off the bounce, but you have to be able to hit standstill threes along with all the rest of the stuff you bring to the table.
What are 3 good habits that your highest level clients have in common?
The first one is they listen. It don't matter if it's coming from me, a coach, or somebody that they just met. They are inclined to listen and think about what's being said. So they listen and then do. That would be the main quality. Another good habit is they're committed. Like, you tell them to be there on time, they're on time. You say 5 a.m., they're there on 5 a.m. You say 4, they're there. You say 6 at night, they're there. They're committed to getting better. They're committed to their game improving. Also, a good habit is attention to detail. They lock in on the reps and they lock in on what's being explained, and then they are now using it or trying to do it to the best of their ability.
The younger or more rookie clients, it's like can they do something that long?
Yeah.
Where it's like, do they have the attention span where
Right.
you keep doing it, we keep doing it,
Right.
this is too easy, why am I still working? It's fundamental.
I think, so like, you know, this is how I put food on the table. So for me, as long as you're committed and you show up, then I'm gonna work with you. I don't care what level you are, how old you are. But once you say to me, like, yo, I wanna be this, I'm gonna push you to be that, and it's gonna be some days where you don't like me. Like, I got 2 kids now. My daughter's 3, my son's 7 months. I ain't put a basketball in their hand yet. But once they come to me and say, Dad, this is what I wanna do, then, yo, this is what it takes. And if you come to me and trust that, hey, you're the guy to help me get there, then you gotta trust the process and let what I'm saying to you sink in. And so if it's one day of just flat-footed shooting, that's all we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta trust that, yo, we achieved something today.
Exactly. You just gotta trust in that process, for real.